Okay, hello humans, this is a quick tutorial on how to change the gear shift boot on a 2004 Subaru WRX. I actually did this a few months ago, but I found when I was doing it that there were a lot of tutorials that didn't really address the major issue that I had, which was trying to get the little fasteners that seal the boot on. So I decided that I'm going to share my knowledge with you. Okay, so firstly, I'm just going to talk you through actually taking this center console piece off, because I never actually filmed it when I did it. So what you want to do first is I recommend some electrical tape or something. And you want to come to your center console and open it. And you want to line some electrical tape maybe around the sides, just like in here, just so when you're kind of wedging it up, you don't like damage the plastic. And then you want to get a flathead and just literally go along and just slowly pop this bit off. And it should all come as one piece to about here, this joint. This underneath the keypad doesn't actually lift off, so don't like pull it up. It just kind of pops out and lifts up a little bit. Then at this end, what you can do is, just turn it off. At this end, you want to get in behind here and then in here, and you should be able to really kind of jimmy your hands in and shake it and then pop this piece off. Once you get to here again, where they actually join, so there's, this piece goes underneath this one, like the tiniest bit, maybe about like to here. And so you don't want to pull this too much because of the keypad. Lift it up, get this piece, and you kind of like go forward and then lift it out, if that makes sense, and you'll get this piece off. This one will have to just stay kind of lifted a bit so you can just pop it back in when you're done, but we basically will just get this kind of piece out, if that makes sense. I'll show you a little bit of footage what it looks like once I took this off, and then from there it'll actually be changing the boot. Okay, so to recap, it's like 2 months later. I'm trying to get these little fasteners, if you'd like to focus, off. So the gear shift boot, the gist. Yeah, basically all these tools are useless. I spent a lot of time trying to get one off perfectly, which was pointless because, as you can see, I've mulched the pin quite a bit. I ended up just ordering some. So if you'd like to do that, that's the code here. So they're speed nuts. And so I'm just cutting them off, but they're so difficult to get off. So all of these are useless. I've had to employ, these are fascia and gutter nips used for cutting gutters. So yeah, that's where I'm at now. I'm gonna cut the rest of them off. So the method I found to get them off is I'm just using a little sewing pick, trying to get underneath it, lift it up as much until I can get the needle nose pliers underneath there, continue to lift it up, and then finally call in the big guns to cut it off. So that's probably the best method I've found. It does damage them a little bit, but as you'd imagine, but just as long as you keep them on there, because they need to remain on the boot. So, or underneath on the thing, if you know what I mean. Ladies and gentlemen, I present gear shift boots. Yeah, so as I said, you have to keep the little pins on, which is kind of thing. Every other video I watched kind of skipped over this part. I wasn't sure what was going on. Half the time I was finished and they've like broken off, but they feed through, as you can see. So they feed through and hold the boot down. Knowing what I know now, I would not bother trying to get them off. I would just order them straight up. I'm pretty sure now this first one was like a fluke. I got that off by luck, but I just order them and cut it off because I spent probably like the afternoon trying to get this one off. So yeah, I even took this one to a few hardware stores when I did get it off, and they couldn't even recommend something similar. So I had to contact my local Subaru service center, and they were able to order me some more with the product codes, that one on the front there. And then once you do get them off, but it's easy street. So I'm just gonna peel shift boot off. You're just gonna peel your boot off, and then replace it with the new one, just keeping a little space in between all these holes so you can reseal it on. And yeah, that's it. I'm now going to go and sew my gear shift boot. because I like to make things more difficult for myself. And I'll probably see you in another 2 months with the rest of this video. So, yeah. Update, we have the gear shift boot sewn together. I've gone through and glued it how it was with some super glue. So that's all done, ready to go. And then I ended up getting some silicone and just coating them on some of the pins that were a little bit damaged. It's actually worked kind of well. So if you happen to damage any of them, if you put a bit of silicone, it can really fix them up. And all done. Ready to go back in the car. Little pocket for my LED gear shift knob. It's done. Okay, so future rage again. So once you actually fasten the boot on and stuff, you literally just reverse it. So you're just popping it in, pushing it down. They're all one-way clips, so they should all just kind of press in. And then you're kind of putting this bit back together, just pushing it all down, and it should all just clip straight back into place. Mine's a little bit off-centered. That's purely because I have wires, as you can see, fed through here, causing it to lift a little bit. But if you click it back in, it should all sit normal. It should work the same. Your center console will still work the same, and you'll have your new boot. So yeah, that was all. Yeah, good luck.